There's a dino.
Oh.
And it's clipping
Just,
through. Oh, it's just walking through.
Cheater! Cheater!
It's in.
So why did I build this wall?
We've had a lot of issues with the T-Rex. It was something that was built very early for the prototypes, and we haven't spent a lot of time on AI, so it's fine that it's totally dumb. But quite often it'll like create these weird scenarios where maybe it'll just be staring out into nothingness and not move, or it'll go through the wall, clip through the wall in a weird way, or like not act as sort of this huge terrifying monster that it's supposed to be. But yeah, I mean, AI in general I think is a challenge. It's not going to be a thing that we check off a box. It's something that we will increasingly try to improve, of course. Right now it's kind of dumb. We have dumb dinosaurs in our game.
My name is Jesper and I am the local dino wrangler. That means I go out, I find the dinosaurs, then I wrangle them. No, I'm a 3D artist and animator. That means I do modeling and unwrapping, texture work, rigging, animation, of course. I also do a bunch of other tasks. I mean, it's a smaller company, so we all have to wear a lot of hats. But that's what makes it fun, right? I mean, you get to do a bunch of new things and you also learn in the process. That's great.
My biggest task right now is working on the unit AI, because that needs an overhaul.
Oh, just ganging up.
Did the game just break?
Yeah, I think something completely broke here.
It's better than last week.
Ooh, they're in.
Oh yeah.
Now they're just having a parade through your...
They're having a triumph.
Yeah, the triumphant parade through the ruins of your small village. Jesper's fear of flights. It's perfectly safe. This is actually the most dangerous place on the airplane to be, in the back.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's very dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
He keeps saying, I'm not worried. Arrived. Gamescom, here we go. We went to Gamescom in Cologne, and it was kind of a weird thing going to Gamescom, because at that point we had just signed with our publishers. All very nice and very unhectic compared to the previous 6 months where we've constantly been chasing down meetings, and suddenly we're at Gamescom and like we're just there to have fun and take in the vibe and talk to people and network a little bit. There's a massive line to get into Gamescom, but we're trade visitors, so I think we get to jump the line or go to another entrance somewhere. We hope, because that looks like an all-day event right now in there. And we have meetings. They just let us through. They're like, business? Business. You go this way. Let's go do some business. There we go. Okay, we are inside. We are in the business area right now, looking for business. Look, 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 look. Nice. This is sort of a collection of Danish game studios that are all gathered right here. Okay, let's try this again. Day 2 at Gamescom. We've lost our voices talking to people.
Yeah, you've lost your voice.
I've lost. Ulrik's lost his voice too. Ulrik, have you lost your voice?
No, it's perfect. Stop asking.
Ah, damn it. I've lost my voice. But yeah, getting ready for another day of fun and games. And not a lot of business today. Just games. Will be cool. Because I don't think I have a lot more days left in me. So as a trade visitor, you get access to all the halls and everything 1 hour before the public, which we are going to use to our advantage. Ruthlessly exploit. To play some video games, try some of the stuff, maybe get some swag from some of the bigger booths that usually have very long lines once people get in. Hundreds of thousands of people get in. So right now everyone is rushing to get to their specific favorite thing they want to try. What are you trying, Ulrik?
Stalker 2.
I am playing Total War Pharaoh, hoping I get a t-shirt. I've heard there's t-shirts, right, Jesper?
Yes.
With the staff.
We need the swag.
Okay, so you know at conferences where you can sign up for things and maybe you'll win something, right? We did that, me and Ulrik. And then what happened, Ulrik?
I won a trip to Mexico.
You won a trip to Mexico. We're going to collect the trip to Mexico now. We're going there. Let's see if there's an actual trip to Mexico.
I have my doubts.
Yeah, we're here.
Lydia, we can take you there to sit.
How are you? This is Liliana. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for coming over. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ulrik is winning a trip to Mexico. That is something I did not have on my Gamescom bingo card, but it's pretty cool.
So here's the winner. We are super happy.
And we just had fun as a studio. I think we really needed like that trip.
It should work. It does.
One of the unique things about Dinolords is the way that the two genres of real-time strategy and action RPG interface. They're two very distinct, different genres. In the real-time strategy setting, you often play as like this omnipotent god or a general that can whiz around the map and order your units around. You don't directly participate in those battles. You're sort of distanced from it all. You're a city planner or a general or something like that. Whereas in action RPGs, you're right there in the fray of the battle. You control one character, but you generally don't have access to a whole city or a whole army. So the unique thing about Dinolords is having those two genres with their individual control schemes and idioms and tropes combined.
But the twist on the real-time strategy, where you are not this like god character wishing around on the map, but instead being grounded in this lord character, I think that is a really interesting new idea that comes with its own challenges.
One of the challenges has to do with controls. In action RPGs, you have a very direct method of interacting with the world. Left mouse is usually a primary attack, with right mouse button mapped to a secondary attack. In RTS games, those buttons are usually used to select things and issue orders. So in Dinolords, you might want to attack something, but also click a building nearby to train more units or select track and order units around. Maybe those units are even in front of a building, or your lord might be next to an enemy when you're clicking. Here you want to intelligently try to anticipate what the player wants to do in any given situation. This is one of those things that takes a lot of work, but if we do it right, no one notices. We've spent quite some time merging these two opposing control conventions into something that feels effortless. The solution has really been to look at a lot of the edge cases and try to choose the interaction that we felt made the most sense. In the best of worlds, the game will both play as an excellent action game and a strategy game, and the controls should feel familiar to players who enjoy both of those genres.
I definitely feel like we're starting to reach the point where we see the two genres gel. I think there's been a lot of pull from each direction, but now we're finally getting into the fun part of the gameplay and really seeing how these two genres can complement each other.
Some of the greatest things in this game comes from how those two genres interact with each other. The immediacy of being on the ramparts yourself, ramparts that you yourself built. It introduces a lot more skill-based play. Many times in strategy games, Once you have a big army, you kind of know how the macro of the game works. Many times you can sort of see how a battle is going quite early. With the introduction of this action RPG element and you being in the fray of things, it's a lot more hectic, right? You're in there and things can change quite quickly depending on what you as the player do. And I think that's an interesting spin on the strategy genre.